What's going on, faggot ass niggas? T-Dub Gaming back, and I'm like, once again, today we got the first motherfucking podcast and shit. And so I'm gonna let my co-hosts introduce themselves. Dr. Love.
Yo! That's it.
Okay, Alpha, Big Bud.
Hola, mi amigos. Mi amo El Alpha.
Okay, Risa, Big Bud.
It's your boy Ritz. I'm still with the mix. Let's go.
And you're right fucking intro. But yeah, this is gonna be the first episode of the motherfucking podcast and shit. And yeah, so let's get into these goddamn topics and shit. We're just gonna go ahead and do this shit. So let's start with the PlayStation shit. So let's start with the PlayStation and Xbox shit, okay? So apparently people are still surprised that fucking PlayStation outsold Xbox.
Why are they surprised?
Exactly.
But
Like,
they are, so.
Are they
literally,
just Xbox cards, or is it like
Hold
people in general?
Can I get my opinion on it real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
Man, okay. I don't know why people have an Xbox, just to be completely honest. Like, unless it's just for the exclusives. Like, literally, I got my PlayStation. I got all these anime games. I got One Piece Pirate Warriors. I got Dragon Quest. I got, like, some new Final Fantasy 7 that's gonna come out soon. All these exclusives that are anime related. If you like anime, do not buy an Xbox. That's the main. So that's where that certain demographic is too. And you have certain people that like PlayStation just to play, let's say 2K. Then there's certain PlayStation fans, and it just mixes. And that's what makes us at the top right now. But Xbox is still holding on to their Halos, their Forzas, their Gears, and it's holding them back because they're not innovating with new games, new IPs. And that's how I feel about it.
Dr. Love, to answer your question earlier, it's everybody, to be honest. It's like the PlayStation people, like the PlayStation fanboys, of course they're not surprised. But apparently, like, fucking the Xbox fanboys are like, how, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't gonna, whatever, and shit. And they're just, I don't know how this fucking made headlines. Like, why is this still being discussed? Like,
In denial.
You know what's weird? There's actually people out there that think that the PlayStation 4, the dashboard is hard to use.
How?
Are they remedial or?
Like seriously, like they sit on their Xbox Ones and they play it like they just go through it like that, and they're like, oh, PS4 is so difficult.
that is complete bullshit as an Xbox One owner. Like, I have an Xbox One, latest firmware and everything. The Xbox One user interface is complete fucking garbage. Like, when I want to get to fucking new games and shit, do you know how much I have to go through? It's like, unless, like, when you first start out, it's intimidating, right? It's like, in order to get to your games, right, you can just scroll down to the bottom and go to My Games and Apps. But at first, I had no idea what to do. There's so much going on and so little productivity in the UI. It's like, why should I have to do all this? I still don't know, like, how to, like, I still don't know a lot of things, like, how to get to a lot of things. I still don't know what a lot of things do. And I've had my Xbox for over 2 weeks now. It's like, that's a problem. On PlayStation, the day I got my PlayStation, I knew exactly where everything was. Everything is in a straight line. Like, literally. All you gotta do to get to your games is go all the way over, and bam, your games are there. All you gotta get to the settings is go up, go all the way over. Bam, you're there. You get your notifications.
It's all straight. It's all straight.
It's straightforward.
If you want to go to your store, go to the side, to the left side.
It's like, oh my god, people. I don't know how they can possibly say that the PlayStation 4 UI is worse than the Xbox One, because it's not. It's simpler, it's easier to get to fucking everything.
It's just nice. It's just nice to me.
Right. I agree.
May as well.
I was gonna say something. I don't remember it. I gotta remember what it was.
Remember it, bring it back up. But
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The only thing that really I don't like about the Xbox One dashboard is that it reminds me too much of Windows 8. And like, I hate Windows 8.
sure. I think we modeled around Windows 8 at first.
Mm-hmm. Like, Windows 8 was just, I like Windows 10 because it's like, It has like the simplistic like desktop that Windows 7 had, but like just very minuscule Windows 8 touches, like ones that are actually relevant. So,
Right.
Yeah. Even though it can be a little buggy at times, but like once all the bugs are out, well, not all of them are gonna get out, but like once most of them are out and everything. Well, I mean, there's not that many bugs, but you know. Either way, I like Windows 10. Windows 7 and 10 are my favorite. Windows 8 was like.
I didn't really
I don't
like
think I
Windows.
ever had Windows 8.
I never
didn't-
owned it, but I've used it a few times and I didn't like it.
Me too. I didn't like Windows 8. I stuck with Windows 7 until 10 came out, and I like 10. A lot of people don't, but I do. I like 10.
Yeah.
But let's talk about DLC and post-launch content or whatever. So
DLC is some bullcrap.
You don't like
It
DLC?
is though.
the Division, that
Oh no.
game
Uh-uh.
is gonna have free
I just
post.
learned about this.
So it will have post-launch DLC, but it'll have free updates as well. But it's not even really about that because I'm not interested in the Division. But I want to get you guys' opinions on DLC and the state of it in the industry right now. So
All right. So my opinion, like considering DLC, if you do your DLC right, I'll be a part of it. Like just be in general. Like let's say I was playing Dragon Age Inquisition.
Great
and they
game.
give me some DLC. Like let's say the Trespasser DLC. That Trespasser DLC, and that's the ending of. It basically gives you the complete ending of the entire game, like after everything ended in the game. I think that's the same one. But that DLC basically gives it's an ad. It adds to the story, adds to the game, and that's what DLC should be. It shouldn't be extra maps, extra zombie missions. It shouldn't be like that. It should be already in the game. So that's how I feel about it.
I feel if like the way that Capcom is doing it with Street Fighter V is the way I think it should go. Like all the updates are free. All the you can either those games where it's like you can play the game a lot and earn in-game money, and then you can unlock stuff. But if you can't wait for it, then you have the option to buy it. That's basically what they're doing with Street Fighter V, and I think that's cool. I don't like the way that they're doing it with like let's say, like Storm 4 for example. There is so much DLC that they've already announced for that game, and it's not even out yet. And it's like, what the heck?
You mean like Boruto and Sora and all them?
No, they have a whole season pass worth of DLC.
They do?
Yeah.
How?
They have like in each pack, it was like 3 to 6 hours of like story mode gameplay in each of them.
Story mode?
Yeah, there's a few characters they have. There's like all these it's like all these jutsus and like items you can get in them. They have this thing in Storm 4 where like also like how Street Fighter 5, if you play the game and grind enough, then like you can earn stuff. But it's not like everything that's in the season pass. They're basically going like there's like a few things in the game you can get by grinding. But if you want everything, you have to. What?
What I saw in the trailer, like you can earn like money and everything, and you can basically like customize the clothes of like a character in the game, like Naruto or something.
The one thing on the season pass is they have like, I'm gonna get into that. They fucking have DLC that's already on the fucking game.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Like they have fucking bullshit ass costumes, ninja info cards, fucking.
You know what's stupid? Literally, remember how I made that video saying that they should make the old DLC available in Storm 4? Like in the game since it's there, and then literally like less than a week later they announced, oh yeah, you can get all the old DLC, and I was like, oh that's cool. They were like, oh wait, but here's the catch, you have to get it in the season pass, and I was like, F you too, like
why? That's just stupid.
How much is it? The season pass like $30 or something like that? It's too much.
It's like around the same as Xenoverse. It's like 24, 25.
Oh,
I wouldn't have a problem with it if that was only for Xbox users. Because there's no way to really transfer your Xbox data over. But if you had the Storm games on PS3, There's no reason if you have the DLC already to have to buy it again. No reason at all.
Right.
Also, like, what else I think is dumb that they're doing? They're like, because you know in Storm 4, if like let's say there's two players that are playing online. Player A doesn't have the season pass or the DLC. Player 2 does have the DLC. If player 1 is playing against player 2, player A is playing against player B. Player B has the DLC, right? Player B chooses like I don't know, like Hokage Kakashi in Storm 4, and they're fighting the other person using like, you know, normal adult Naruto. On player A, they won't see Hokage Kakashi. They'll just see normal Kakashi because they don't have the DLC. But the other person actually playing against Hokage Kakashi.
What the fuck kind of
No,
shit?
and the reason why I brought that up is because what they're doing with Storm 4, they're like, oh, if you get each DLC individually, you have to wait until it comes out. But if you get the season pass, then you get the DLC, you get to unlock it early before it actually comes out. And I was like,
if it's only $25, it's not like they're robbing me, but I still feel
they are robbing you. I feel like they're robbing you because the characters that we're asking for is like the Sound 4 and shit like that. How long have people been asking for the Sound 4 to be playable? They're doing like
the pain people, right?
It's like, bruh, they got the fucking pre-order DLC with Boruto and someone fill me in on this. Do you have to pre-order to get them? Or can
you have to pre-order to get.
You ain't getting Boruto and Sarada.
No, listen. You have to pre-order to get Boruto and Sarada and like Hokage Kakashi and all that stuff. But Naruto the last, Naruto and Sasuke are already in the game.
But that's so stupid because I want to play as Boruto and Sarada, but I don't.
You gotta pre-order.
That's all.
Yeah, you ain't getting it. You ain't getting it at all. You ain't.
Don't want to pre-order Storm because I wasn't gonna get it day one, but shit, I guess I got to. I gotta get my.
I put $5 on it months ago, bro.
Remember what happened with Bandai with Xenoverse and with what happened with J-Stars too with like the pre-ordering bonus. You know they ran out of them for Xenoverse.
Well, yeah, but you could still get.
They did with J-Stars too. They didn't have enough of the booklets for people. You know that was like. The
I didn't get one.
Yeah, they ran out of those. They ran out of Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta.
And I didn't get one of them metal cases for Xenoverse.
I didn't either.
Why didn't you guys get a metal case? Because they definitely gave me mine.
They have no more.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
But that's the stupid thing, though. The cases should be based on the pre-order numbers. So, unless you guys pre-ordered before they were shipped, which is highly unlikely because that's like a week before the game comes out.
I'm pretty sure I pre-ordered, like a week.
Yeah, that's why this whole DLC thing is stupid, because it's like, and honestly, of all characters to be in the season, the Sound 4, like, really? Out of all the people they could have put Boruto characters in there, they could have had some other, maybe costumes from the last for some people, they could have just added anybody. But the Sound 4? Like,
Wait, who's the Sound 4?
You remember the people that captured Sasuke and that were fighting everyone else?
Like with the bones and everything, all them, like Himamori and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
What's that guy's name? He's my favorite character and I don't even know his name. The fucking guy with the, that fought Neji. What's his name?
Kidomaru?
That's what I just said.
What the fuck?
No, Kidomaru was the guy with the bones that fought Sasuke. Kidomaru was the spider guy.
You're right. See,
but
we're fucking up.
The thing that makes me really mad is that each, like, at least 2 out of 3 of the parts in the Storm 4 season pass, each of them, like, alone has, like I said earlier, like 3 to 6 hours of story mode gameplay. Hours. Like, that should not be locked away just because I didn't get a season pass. Like, that's stupid. I'm already paying $60 for the freaking game. Like, come on.
Yeah, get more money from us that way.
But that's the thing.
Yeah, which is scummy and it's stupid. But it's like, I'm probably gonna get it just because I don't like not having all the content in a game. But it's
that's
just
how
like.
I feel with Xenoverse, and I still don't want to get the DLC with that.
Yeah, but it's like the stuff that's in it is just like, ugh. Like,
I feel like the pre-order shit is essential. At least Boruto and Sarada, because they're.
Yo,
I like Boruto.
I'm about to murder people with Boruto, bro.
I don't.
And Sarada.
I didn't want to pre-order Storm 4, but I guess I'm gonna fucking have to. I guess I'm gonna go in GameStop next week and put my pre-order down. Pre-order
That
money.
game dropping like about
The game drops in
2 weeks.
3 weeks. I think
Two,
3
two,
or
two, three. 2 or 3
Yep.
weeks. 2 or 3.
Yo,
yeah, 3 weeks because January
February 9th.
February 2, and it comes out the second week of February.
What day of the week does it come out?
February 9th, Tuesday.
it's probably gonna be a Tuesday.
That's the thing, though. I was gonna buy Gravity Rush Remastered, and
Oh yeah, it drops like tomorrow, doesn't
on
it?
the exact same day. That's what I was saying. I'm not gonna have money for it. Like fucking shit. I gotta pre-order Storm. I was gonna get Storm after I saw what people had to say about it, but no, not now. I gotta fucking pre-order it. I got to.
I don't listen to people what they say about the Storm games really.
I do because like I just want to know if it's technically sound. Like if it's not technically sound, I won't get it. Like
I saw this gameplay today where Naruto was fighting that Ten Tails, and
Yeah.
the English dub. That man had made like that man Kakashi said, "Yo, don't do no Shadow Clones, fam," and then he was like, "Nah, I got this." He had to get the signs and everything, and then he just brought up everybody, Shikamaru, Gaara, everybody just pop up out of nowhere in like a Shadow Clone type of fashion, just pop up out of nowhere, and he just like, "Yo, my squad ready, Martyr, let's go." I was like, I gotta buy the game now. You gonna do it like that?
You know what I do? I don't like the way they're doing the Horde missions in Storm 4.
I don't either.
The what missions?
Horde missions.
It's the ones where you gotta fight all the fucking little peons. Like, oh my god.
I
What
have
do you
yet-
mean?
Oh, Ninja Impact was the game that introduced that shit. And god damn it if they didn't bring it to the fucking console games, man. Like, CC2, why did you bring that? No one liked them in
Like
Ultimate.
what?
The Horde missions, the ones where you gotta fight all the little
That was
peons.
basically every mission in that game, too.
That's the thing, though.
True.
Everybody complained. They were like, "Oh man, we hate the Horde missions." Oh, you guys hate the Horde missions? Well, why don't we bring them to Storm? No.
You know what's worse? They don't work the same in Storm either. You have to literally spend like 5 minutes on one person in Storm 4.
Right. At least in Ultimate Ninja Impact, you could clear out like a whole wave of people in like 2 seconds. In Storm, you gotta fight one at a time. It's even worse. Like, Jesus. I just feel like DLC in the industry in general is fucking terrible. Because it's like, I said this last time, and I'll say it again, man.
Mhm.
Fucking DLC. Look, these companies would get away with DLC if you did this shit right here, right? If you're gonna have DLC, number one, don't put it on the fucking disc. Even if you already have it made, don't let us know that you have it made.
Somebody's
means-
gonna find it.
Don't put it on the disc, don't announce it, and lower the price of it. I guarantee people will be like, even though you're still on the inside, you know you're a dick, the people won't know you're dicks. And will think that you're actually doing something good. So,
Yeah.
like, as long that's the thing though. Companies have always been dicks. They're companies. They're corporate. That's what they're supposed to be. Right?
Yeah.
Except what's it called? The Witcher company. They got that free DLC.
Well,
and the only
because The Witcher made its money more than its money. The reason DLC exists is because games are more expensive than the $60 that we pay for them. So instead of making games like $100 now, like Arkham Knight, $120, doubling the price, they try to mask that by taking out content and reselling it again, which is scummy. But at the same time, I don't want to say necessary, but it's in a way that if you're gonna do that, why not just increase the price of the game? Like,
but I can't afford no $100 game, bro.
that's the thing, though. I mean, I get that they're having it like, it's like, oh, if you can't afford a $120 game, fine then. We'll sell you this game for $60, but if you want the full experience, you gotta pay $120. Like, I understand why they're doing that, but at the same time, they're doing it wrong. If you're gonna do that, do it secretly. Don't let us know that you're doing that. Like, Jesus, I don't even know what else to say about it. Like, don't let us know. Like, at least then we'll feel more secure about it. if you don't let us know that you already have DLC planned out. Especially if it's like Storm 4 and it's months before the game even fucking releases. And the worst thing about it is, they announced it right after it was delayed. What the fuck? Did you delay it for this DLC? Like, that's what it seems like. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what did you do it for? Like, and then, that's the thing, they're not even taking the full time to get the DLC out because the people with the season pass can get it early. So, like, what the fuck? Like,
That's why I was mad when they announced they delayed it, because they delayed it for half a year. And literally throughout all of those 6 months, all we've been finding out was DLC after DLC.
right, we found out new things about the game. We still don't even know if they haven't told us 100% confirmed whether it's 30 or 60 FPS. Still. And
Shut up!
I'm sorry.
Who was that?
I'm my sister.
sister.
Russian though.
Oh, shit, man.
All right, so I have an idea, right?
Yeah.
So here's how it could work, right? How about instead, they could probably announce all the DLC after the game comes out. It'll be smarter.
Then I'd be fine with it.
You know me. Right, exactly.
As long as you giving me story, I'm cool with DLC type of deal. Like it's not. I don't pay for like different costumes. I don't pay for like.
Yeah, but what if the story's been taken out of the game though?
That's the thing, though.
That's what I'm saying. I will pay for the story.
It's like, I'm not gonna pay for fucking costumes and maps.
I'll pay for
But
the
at the
story
same
though.
time, it makes me mad that you're taking out story. Like, oh god, I don't know how to feel about DLC. Like, I really don't.
I don't hate DLC, but like if it's like done like scummily, then no, I don't like it.
Yeah, like let's say this Star Wars Battlefront game.
That game sucks.
That game, it needs something. Like it's ashy. It needs
It
something.
needs a lot of stuff, dude.
It needs a story.
Star Wars Battlefront needs every fucking thing.
Exactly.
It needs a story. It
Like
needs
you know
a
that
better
game
gameplay.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
That game has no story, but I played it and it can get away with it though. It's
I
like
don't think that game's that fun, to be honest.
I played the beta back when it was free on
You gotta be
PlayStation.
a certain motherfucker to get away with playing Rainbow. The thing about Rainbow Six Siege is, Rainbow Six Siege doesn't need a story because it already has established gameplay, and the multiplayer feels like you're damn near playing a story. With
Yeah,
Battlefront,
it feels like a mission.
right, you get a mission. So it's like, even though the mission is the same, like, almost every time, depending on the game mode you play, it's slightly different, and you have different people working with you, and you can use different tactics. So it damn near feels like a fucking story with no narrative. So they can get away with it in Rainbow Six Siege. Star Wars Battlefront cannot. And to make it even sadder, they even had a Did You Know Gaming episode where they even proved that Star Wars Battlefront 2 only had a 1-year development cycle and started off with no campaign as well. So that means that sometimes they didn't even have a whole 12 months to come up with a story, animate it in cutscenes, and put the multiplayer gameplay together. Like, why can't they do that for the new? Like,
It's EA, man. EA on that real scummy stuff, but they always have.
Bruh, EA and Bungie, man.
you're right, Bungie.
That's Bungie. Yeah.
That Destiny shit ruined Bungie for me forever. Like, fuck.
Like
Literally
literally,
10 years.
I want to get Taken King, but it feel like it feel like it's just only a little something, and I'm just paying $40 for nothing.
That's the thing, though. You know how Destiny came out, and my one complaint was there's no story. I have no idea
And
what
they give you the story, but you
And
have to
then
pay $40 for it.
they sell you the game back 3 times in order to get the story. What the fuck? Like, that's terrible. Bungie and Destiny are literally living definitions of what DLC should have never came to. And they just pushed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I
Mm.
hate Destiny.
Well,
I ain't played Destiny in so long. It's been like months.
anything else you guys got to say about this? You know what I'm saying?
DLC.
I'm pretty good.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Um,
Nah.
Nah. Okay, well let's talk some new gaming fads. I guess what you guys want to start off with, the HoloLens or virtual reality?
Virtual reality.
What about you guys?
yeah, it's fine. What?
No, but-
I'll be back.
Okay. Shit, what should we talk about? Do you guys want to talk about the Oculus Rift versus the PS4 VR, the PlayStation VR? Or do you guys just want to talk about Oculus Rift and virtual reality in general? Like, is it going to take off? Is it going to be anything? You know, which one do you guys want to talk about? It doesn't matter.
The second one, I guess.
The second one? Okay, so either one of you guys, until Dr. Love gets back, start off this conversation. What do you guys think about VR? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it'll take off? Do you think it's going to fucking flop? What?
I
Alright,
think. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, alright. Okay, so I kind of don't really think it's going to take off. Because, well, first, it's already, now it's expensive. Let's even have that type of stuff.
Hold on. Keyshawn, can you turn your vibrate off?
Okay, got you.
Alright, go on, Alpha.
Alright, I was saying. Alright, so, like, already, it's kind of expensive, like, to have all that stuff now. And plus, like, if you try to, I guess, bruh. If you try to, like, buy games and stuff, like, I'm not sure, like, how that's gonna work for it. And, honestly, I don't like the idea of it. I mean, sure, like, it's been shown in, like, movies and TV shows and anime and whatnot, right?
Right.
I don't really think it's gonna be anything like that.
Right. I don't either, because it's like, there's certain things you can do with VR, and there's certain things that just aren't going to happen with VR. Like, shit like Sword Art Online 2. That type of shit is, or Sword Art Online in general, Sword Art Online 2. Fucking shit. That type of shit just isn't going to fucking happen. Like, it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be where you plug in and you literally, like, you know what I'm saying, you can make a character. Maybe something like that'll happen, but it'll be...
I think like not for a long time, probably.
It probably won't happen for a long time. I mean, I know they are about to try it because I know Final Fantasy 13 or 14, I think, is gonna be on VR, PlayStation VR at least. So they are about to try it and see what they can improve upon it with. So I think in the future, I don't think right now VR will take off, and that might hurt it because, you know, when new gaming fads don't take off in the beginning, you know, it hurts it down the line because then they don't bring out software and shit for it.
Right.
I think what PlayStation and Oculus need to realize is, in the first year, maybe even 2 years, VR is not going to take off. What you need to focus on is, even if it doesn't take off, and I know businesses don't fucking think like this, but this is necessary if you do want it to take off. The first 2 years of virtual reality's life cycle, focus on improving the technology of it. You know, I know you can't really, once it's out there, you can't really improve it without making new versions. So in PlayStation's case, don't do that. Just upgrade the software and stuff like that. Improve it, you know what I'm saying? And focus on making great games for it. If you do that, once the price of the PS4 becomes even cheaper, once the price of the PlayStation VR becomes cheaper, and once you have a lot of quality games on there, people are going to talk to it. And I think it could take off, but I just don't see it happening, not only because it's expensive right now, but because it's expensive, people aren't going to buy it, and the companies aren't going to support it. And just from a business standpoint, I don't think it's ever going to take off. Do I think it's cool? Of course it's cool. I mean, you know, people, when gaming first started, never thought that type of shit would happen. Or if they did think it was going to happen, they didn't think it would happen fucking 30 years from then. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the fact that we've come this far so quickly is cool, or whatever. I think it's gonna be a fad, just like motion controls that are gonna die. I think motion controls deserve to die. I think VR could be something cool, but I just don't think.
I mean, yeah, sure, like it can be if it's done right. Oh, what's that sound?
It's my dryer. Hold on.
Alright, I say, see, my take on it is that I really do think that in general, VR probably gonna have a rocky start, but my thing is, like, I really don't see, like, let's say the Oculus taking off at all to me, just for the whole how much it is right now, but in general,
Sell out though of pre-orders.
I think it did actually.
But that's pre-orders though. Like, they could have canceled it, and so I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but my thing is, the PlayStation VR. I think if they get that price right, and they like you said, release some really good games, really good titles for the PlayStation VR, it could be that driving force into virtual reality. Because Oculus is already, to me, set back because of its price. But so that's my take on it. I think as a whole.
Alright.
I also think Oculus is gonna flop at first. I think if anything, PlayStation VR has a better chance of bringing gaming into virtual reality than fucking than PC Oculus Rift does. Because even though PC gamers are more hardcore gamers, what the fuck do they need that for? Like, it's not gonna. What is it gonna help? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're already. I mean, yeah, you could do it at your TV, but most PC gamers, if they're playing with mouse and keyboard, are at a desk. What kind of room do you have to be putting on that big ass headset and moving around and shit? On a couch, it's acceptable, but like, what, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of at a PC desk, I just don't see it being comfortable, and because you're already in an enclosed space, and now you got something on your head making it even worse. So I don't see Oculus Rift taking off as much as PlayStation VR if PlayStation VR gets the right games for it, which I think they are starting out strong with the likes of Final Fantasy and the other new IPs that PlayStation has. And that's the thing though, PlayStation has so many good IPs and so many exclusive developers that I just think if they do make great games for the PSVR, that's what's gonna bring gaming into virtual reality. But Alpha, Dr. Love, anything?
Honestly, I don't really like the idea of I mean, yeah, I like the idea of it, right? But I'm not sure how they're going to make it somewhat, I guess, a common thing. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Is Dr. Love back?
Nah.
My dryer's still on and stuff. It's like making noise.
Okay. Well, he can probably still hear us. So whenever you get done, we'll come back to this for you. But let's talk about, now that we've gotten on VR, let's talk about the HoloLens for Microsoft. The battery life, wireless functionality, and all that shit has been revealed. So when pushed to the limits, you know what I'm saying, like hardcore gaming all fucking day and night, you know what I'm saying, with the big ass games and shit, it'll last around 2.5 hours. Otherwise, if you're just doing, you know, some regular shit, you know, it'll be 5 hours. And it can connect to any Wi-Fi or Bluetooth device. So PC, phone, Xbox One, anything. You know, so what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about HoloLens in general? Do you even like it? What?
I don't want a HoloLens. Like,
You
it seemed like, huh?
I said you don't like shit Xbox related.
Like, really though. Like, the thing is, I see it. I see the idea. Like, but I feel as if it's like you see like you basically got the Jarvis, like with Iron Man and everything. You know, you can throw stuff around and you can make stuff like virtual basically, but you touch it and all kind of stuff. But like to me, it don't feel like it could work like with a kind of headset like that. Like to me, it's I don't know.
Alpha.
All right, so okay. Honestly, it looks cool, right? But I'm not sure if it can really work like on a gaming standpoint. Like maybe for like if you have like a business or like a like if you're doing actual work or something, it could be cool. But I don't think like for gaming will be.
That's the thing, though. If virtual reality, virtual reality is mostly made for gaming, but the HoloLens is perfect. Like on paper, at least, from the concepts that we know of it, is absolutely perfect for any business ever.
Yes.
And that's what it's gonna be used for. I think that's what Microsoft is using it for. I'm pretty sure they're using it for fucking business presentations.
It's probably gonna bring them to the future, basically.
Hey, we can make a quick buck off of this if we put it on the Xbox One. So that's I personally the fact that they're making it so it can go with any Bluetooth or Wi-Fi device lets you know that they're mainly focusing on those other devices. Like they aren't bringing it into gaming as a gaming thing as much as PlayStation VR and Oculus are bringing to it. Fucking the HoloLens is gonna be used for presentations on how the stocks are in the business now. They're gonna be used for doctor presentations. They're gonna be
engineering, like
it's gonna be used every day in common households for shit like to-do lists and stuff like that.
So you can be like Tony Stark.
That's what it's gonna be for. I don't see it taking off in gaming at all. Not at all.
Like, that would be the only reason why I would want one is to be like Iron Man. Just be like, put it on, have it in my room. Just be like, yo, let me check out. Like I could type a paper, just by like moving my fingers. Like it'll look weird, but I'll just be like typing and everything, which is my fingers, and while the paper is basically right in front of me, basically.
And that's
that could help a lot.
HoloLens can become so popular in the world, like stuff like the HoloLens can become so popular in the world that we might even start using it in schools because they're already integrating like iPads, shit like that in the school. Eventually, if this shit takes off, like I think it is in the corporate world, they're eventually gonna bring this shit to schools. And that it's gonna be used for practical uses, not gaming. Gaming isn't something this is gonna be used for.
I really don't feel it. Yeah, not gaming.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess Dr. Love still isn't back, but yeah, man, I don't see this being used. Also, let's talk about the battery life real quick on this, anyways. Plans to release HoloLens, whatever.
5 hours when the years talking.
Fucking is trash. Like 5 hours. Like
I think it makes sense. Like,
it does, but at the same time, it's like they're gonna have to improve that if they want it to be in businesses. 5 hours.
I feel as if they're gonna have it's gonna be the first form of it. Basically, I think it's gonna be like an iPhone type of deal. They improve on it, make a new one each year type of deal. That's how I feel about it.
I don't know about each year, and I don't think it's gonna
maybe not each year, maybe like every 2 years.
I think Microsoft isn't gonna be the ones to actually make it. If they do it, like new revisions every year or every other year or something like that. But if they do make revisions, I think Microsoft is gonna fund like a third-party company or some shit. I don't think they themselves are gonna start making this shit. Like I don't see why they would. So, yeah. But Alpha, what do you think? 5 hours for extensive use, 2.5 hours for extensive use, and 5 hours for just regular leisurely type shit.
Okay, I don't know, because like it depends on like who you are. Like if you enjoy like playing games like for long periods of time, then it's gonna suck for you. But if you just like I like do it in small, I guess, sessions. I can say, then it'll be good for you then.
Sure.
Like I would love for this thing to like I said to be like Iron Man basically. So basically you have like you just basically pull out stuff. Like let's say you got you're wearing the headset and everything, and you basically let's say if you want somebody else has one, and basically you could have like a fight type of deal, and you playing like an app type of deal. You got an app and they got the same app, and you can play it. Those kind of games, but I don't feel as if like there could be anything else game wise anyway.
And people are gonna get on me for that, but I honestly don't see this shit going anywhere at all gaming wise. Like I don't see it. I just don't see it, man.
They need but I do feel as if it will take off, though. Just not the way maybe Microsoft and the Xbox fans might think it's gonna take off.
Not even Microsoft. I think Microsoft expects this to do well business.
They expect it to take it off.
Wise. I just think Xbox fanboys that think this shit is gonna be gaming. You know.
Just like they thought the Oculus was gonna be a part of the Xbox.
Why the fuck would you think
Why
that?
do they think that?
If you need a beefy PC to run this fucking shit,
That's what makes me think.
Xbox
Why
One
are y'all so slow?
better than an average PC.
Exactly.
Why would you think? Oh my god!
It had me so mad. Like, why?
Jesus, the people are so fucking dumb. Like,
And I didn't know they were this slow. Like, I just didn't until that happened. Like,
let's piss off some more Xbox people because I already know.
I'm already in that type of mood now. Like,
okay, so Snoop Dogg is fucking
he leaving the Xbox community.
Bruh. So let's talk about Xbox servers, PlayStation servers, Nintendo servers. Let's talk about who has the best online gaming experience. What do you guys think? Like, I agree.
I'd say Nintendo. I think because I've never. It's not good. It's not good.
And that shit was running at like 5 frames per second.
Oh, it's not. Well, it might be Xbox. Man. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like,
I don't really have all of the systems. I don't got a Nintendo. I had a Nintendo 3DS, and it usually was running perfect for me.
Say that Xbox One's servers are better, and that it runs better online. I don't see that.
I don't see it either because it's like the thing is. Everybody like the Xbox fanboys. They'll always say, "Yo, the PlayStation always shutting down. They always on maintenance. They always getting hacked." But I'm on my PlayStation. I play it usually like maybe every other day, and when I'm on there, it's never really messed up. It's usually I'm playing perfectly. It's probably might be my Wi-Fi sometimes, but it's just it's that, and so.
I do think the PS4's network card is fucking garbage, and that the Xbox One's is better. I'll give you that, but that doesn't really. The thing about it is, even with that defect, they still run at almost the exact same latency. It's like when you're playing online, depending on the game, it's like you don't even notice the fucking difference. Playing online feels like playing online. You know what I'm saying? Like on the PS4 and the Xbox One. So, like, when you experience lag, it's not like I experience more lag on my PS4 than I do on my Xbox One. Because that just simply doesn't happen. I don't get that. So, and when people say PS4 is always going down, most of the time it's for fucking maintenance.
To get it right, to get it better.
Strengthen. So it's like, what the fuck? And it doesn't even last that long. It only lasts a few hours.
Yeah,
if you go without playing your fucking PlayStation.
Play some story. Get some story in your life.
If you can't go without playing your PlayStation for like 4 hours, you have no life, and you're a bum. Like
you sitting on the couch getting Mountain Dew all the time, drinking it with some cold ranch Doritos.
I work all day, and I just want to come on and play some Call of Duty. Well, play something else, bitch. Like,
Get
if
some
you're
story in your life. That's all I'm telling y'all people.
like fucking play something else. Like, you got all these games, and the only people that actually complain about this shit, and I'm not trying to defend PlayStation, we do have maybe a little too many maintenance jobs.
Yeah.
But it's
I
not like PlayStation goes down. Usually when it goes down, it's like
The last time it really went down for me was when I got my PlayStation on last Christmas with Lily Squad thing.
when PlayStation goes down, Xbox goes down as well. So it's not like fucking these people are just fucking going into PlayStation. Xbox has it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
PDO.
what I understand is Xbox has, I mean, Microsoft has way more money than Sony does right now, because Sony isn't profiting in all their divisions. Like Microsoft isn't profiting well in all their divisions, but
Like Sony.
percent of their divisions, they're profitable. Sony has to kill off divisions, and their only real successful divisions are the movies, the Sony pictures.
Yeah, like Spider-Man and the PlayStation.
Other than that, Sony doesn't have that much money. It's been proven they're the least profitable and the least worth the least money out of the big three. Out of
Do you
Microsoft
feel as if that?
and Sony, it goes like Microsoft is the top, Nintendo is second, and Sony is last.
Do you feel as if that that people will root for PlayStation? Like, do you think anybody just like sits there and is like, oh, I'm gonna buy a PS4 just to root for the underdog type of deal? Do you think anybody ever does that? Like, just buy a PS4?
PlayStation 4 isn't the fucking underdog. Like,
No, I'm not talking about like PlayStation, like just Sony products in general. Do you think they just buy a Sony?
things like that, because
Maybe for the PS Vita.
yeah, maybe for PS Vita, because you feel.
I have a Vita.
I mean, I have a Vita. I like my Vita, but
Me too.
I mostly got it because people were fucking hating on it. I was like, "What's the big deal?" You know, I want to get one to see.
I got mine because I thought it was gonna be affordable PS3, and it is. I like
it. It pretty much is. It's a little weaker than the PS3, which I expected because
just a little bit.
But it is pretty much a portable PS3, like in my opinion. But yeah, fucking. I don't think so, because the common consumer doesn't even pay attention to fucking Sony being the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
The only people that pay attention are people like me, you, Alpha, Dr.
True.
Everybody else doesn't give a fuck.
Yep.
Yeah, I personally, before we end this, I want to say, well, this topic anyways, I want to say that I think PlayStation and Xbox are on the same level server-wise. I don't think Xbox has better servers than PlayStation, and I don't think PlayStation has better servers than Xbox. Now, if you're talking about online experience, like actual services they offer, I think Xbox wins, but that's really it.
Yeah, I agree.
So do I.
Since Dr. Love still isn't back, and so we'll go ahead and move on to the next fucking shit. Okay, fuck it. Let's talk about the Nintendo NX.
I don't know anything about it. It just they keep talking about
anything about it. All we know is it's a new system that's coming out that they're gonna reveal later this year. We know that they're working with some smartphone company to help build it and shit.
No, I heard that they weren't doing that.
No, they are doing that. That's totally
that makes no sense. How are they gonna switch it up?
That was completely confirmed like last year when they first revealed it. It was like
when they confirmed it, they said it. I don't know what it was, but like IGN had made a video and said it wasn't, and I was like,
no, they were saying they weren't stopping support for the Wii U and that they weren't gonna make smartphone games. They're still working with that smartphone company, yes.
Oh,
for the NX. That's true. They still are working with that company. But the NX, I'm not even really talking about the NX specifically. I'm just talking about Nintendo as a company. And Ritz, before you start, I want Alpha to take this one first.
All right.
Alpha probably has the most interesting opinion. Alpha, in terms of Nintendo as a company, do you think Nintendo is ever gonna appeal to gamers again? Do you think the NX has the potential to put Nintendo back on the map? Do you think Nintendo is trying to put themselves back on the map with Nintendo and NX? Or are they still going to be doing the same shit that they've been doing with the Wii and the Wii U and just trying to innovate and trying to introduce some wacky concept to get themselves, out of the norm? What do you think, Alpha?
Alright, so with the NX, right, I don't know too much about it, but from what I hear, it sounds like it's gonna be more, I guess, mobile-based, which I don't like, because, like, when you buy a game console, right, like, you expect to, like, play it at your house and have a controller that's normal. And with Nintendo, like, in every console, like, they've ever had, it's been something with it that's always been, like, extra, and we don't need that.
Right.
So, I mean, it's possible, like, for them to, like, I guess, come back in terms of, like, casual gaming, but it's very unlikely.
Alright. Rich, what do you think before I start?
Alright. The NX is definitely, to me, definitely not going to just put them magically back on the map of being, like, a household. Nintendo is a household name, but I'm saying, like not everybody's not gonna they're still gonna see them, to me, as Mario, Sonic, that place, because that's what they've been staying on for the past a pretty long time. And the thing is, if they don't appeal to the more mature audience or the teen audience, I don't feel as if they're ever going to just reach new heights and a new way for Nintendo. And it's just because they're not being innovative, they're just trying to stay in the same place, like what Microsoft is doing to me.
Okay. Let me start ranting. Okay, fucking Nintendo. Let's talk about fucking Nintendo. Nintendo, what people don't understand is people are like, Nintendo needs third-party support. That's a fucking lie. Because Nintendo's never, since the SNES days, with the Nintendo 64, with the GameCube, with the Wii, well, not really the Wii because the Wii was a huge success, but the third-party games on there sucked anyways, so no one bought them. But so I'm gonna say with the Wii and with the Wii, for the past 4 generations, Nintendo has had shitty third-party support, and out of that, only one console has sold well over those 4 generations to be deemed a successful console. That's bad. And I don't think it's third-party support that's hurting them. I think it's Nintendo's business practices themselves. Because think about it. During the SNES days, Nintendo had no competition whatsoever. There was nobody competing with them. Of course they were going to get all the third-party support. They had the most powerful console on the market, and no one was competing with them. In the SNES days, the Genesis came out. The Genesis wasn't even supposed to compete with the SNES, but it ended up doing just that. So they had competition, but the Genesis, Sega hadn't proven themselves. Sega was this new guy on the block that was just putting something out, trying to get its name known. So they had a great competition, but the thing about it is, Nintendo and Sega, because that was Nintendo's only competition, and because Nintendo's was Sega's only competition, they put out games like crazy. So back then they were focused on games. Nowadays, we have not only Nintendo, but PC gaming has took off to an entirely new level, and you have 2 big competitors in PlayStation and Xbox. Nintendo is never going to appeal to the hardcore gamer market, the mass market anymore. That's not going to happen. But Nintendo, in order to stay in the home console market, does need to have some successes in their consoles. And the only way they're going to do that is to get at least a few games that teens and adults alike will love. And they need to come out the gate with them. Xenoblade Chronicles and Bayonetta are two examples of probably the best games on the Wii U, in my opinion. Why is that? Because not only are they great games, but they're mature Nintendo games. It's like a mature games on a Nintendo console. You don't see that anymore. And that's something they need to come out the gate with. You can have Mario. You can have Zelda. Why is Metroid not back? Bring Metroid back. You need to bring back all of your exclusives. Star Fox coming back, but it needs to keep coming back. Star Fox, Metroid, not Nintendo, Mario, Zelda. You got Sonic now. I mean, you guys have Sonic. You know what I'm saying? Like, your biggest competition back in the 90s. You have him on your side exclusively. Do something with that. Like, force them to make a good Sonic game. We haven't had a good Sonic game in years. Like, fucking, why can't we get one? Give us one. Like, it's like, if you give us all your first party exclusives, if you do something good with Sonic, and if you make a few mature games that come out right out of the bat, you can be successful. Fuck all the gimmicks. Like, the gimmicks are cool or whatever, but, like, you could have them, but promote, like, traditional gaming. Have the gimmicks on the side, right? If you're gonna do this whole smartphone route, don't have that be the main focus of the NX. Have it be like that's something you can do, but it's not really fucking needed for most of the games. You know what I'm saying? Appeal to more people. People know Nintendo's name. Appeal to more people. The 3DS is successful because the 3DS has all kinds of games on it for anybody of any age. Do that with home consoles and you will sell. You'll never be where you were back in the SNES days. That's just not gonna happen. But you can have successful consoles without all the major third-party support. That's not needed. And that's really all I have to say about that. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Anything else you want to add to that?
I'll be right back in. Hold up.
You basically spoke on everything Nintendo-wise. Like that was basically what they need to improve on, what they need to get together if they want to make this Nintendo NX a success in general. To me, too, that's what I see.
Yep, I don't think I got anything else to add to it. You pretty much said everything.
Yeah.
Dr. Love's coming back soon, so he can give his thoughts on everything we've been talking about while he was gone and get in here. Shit, since we're on Nintendo, might as well talk about the fucking 3DS since I pretty much led into it. The 3DS is getting 20th anniversary edition, Pokemon edition, 3DS version. It's including Pokemon Red and Blue and shit. I want to get you guys' thoughts on, since we just talked about Nintendo's home console market, let's talk about where they're going with the mobile market, like the handheld market. That's, you guys' thoughts on the 3DS, the 2DS, the new 3DS, all that shit. Whoever wants to start first, go ahead.
I can go first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so how I see, so I had Nintendo DS back in the day, and I've had I didn't have the I, but I had the 3DS. And so from my point of view, the Nintendo DS and the 3DS were perfect. Like, cause I grew up with the PSP and the 3DS and everything, and DSs, and they all were perfect consoles to me. Like, cause they had the games that I wanted to play, and they just presented them well, and that's what kept Nintendo 3DS maybe successful. It kept the original PSP successful because they were putting out the games that I wanted to see. Okay, I'll talk to you.
I don't think
Oh, okay.
All right.
I just finished throwing Drake.
I don't care. Please go away.
What?
Dr. Love.
Huh?
Thank
You
you.
hear the topic that we're discussing?
Doing Black Gold.
Do I know the topic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, AlphaGo and then Dr. Love give your thoughts on it.
Alright, so handhelds. Where do I start? Okay, well first, since I'm a owner of a 3DS and Game Boy Advance and stuff like that, I can say that's pretty good. It has a whole lot of games on it. That's great. In terms of, I guess, hardcore games, it's not really too many, but it's a lot of like and stuff, which I think a Nintendo is really good at making. And for that fact, I think if they would try to capitalize more on the, I guess, handheld aspect of their company, then they could get a lot more money. Yeah, that's pretty much all.
Dr. Love?
Handhelds. I don't own a 3DS, but I have a Game Boy that my friend gave me. I used to have my own Game Boy Advance that I literally played all day, every day. I used to have a Nintendo DS, all that stuff. It is really good, and it's a really enjoyable way of gaming, but the way that Nintendo in particular, and Sony, they were trying to go to that direction, but then they were like, yeah, whatever. But Nintendo, since they're obviously really pushing it, I feel like their expectations for handhelds are not where they should be, because they just aren't where they were, like, I don't know how really to describe it, but most people are buying consoles or they just play games on their phone and they don't really find the need to get handhelds. But they are successful, but they aren't. I feel like in Nintendo's eyes, they see it as being something that it's not gonna be. Kind of like how when gaming companies say, like, like mobile gaming is the future, like, playing on cell phones and stuff is like the future, and it's like, I mean, I don't know, like they're really cool, and it's nice to be able to like play games on the go and everything like that, but I don't think they're gonna get as big, and they aren't gonna become as such of a mainstream gaming thing that they kind of strive for them to be, and I feel like that's kind of why they pushed them. But I don't know, that's just what I think.
I guess it's my turn. Nintendo I agree with Dr. Love. I don't think handhelds are gonna go too far. I think they're gonna milk out their DS franchise as far as they can. They're definitely bringing out another DS after 3DS line is done, right? They're definitely probably going to bring out another DS after that. Nintendo has always, every single time that they've made a handheld, sold with it. And I just don't want them to end up like their console division and just fucking like get too cocky and then start doing some weird shit and just fuck it up. The one thing that Nintendo stuck to throughout their handhelds is they've never changed the formula up drastically. Even from the Game Boy to the DS, yeah, they introduced a new touch screen or whatever, but was it that drastic of a change? No, not really. From the DS to the 3DS, yeah, they introduced 3D, but was it that drastic of a change? No. And that's one thing
they made it 2DS afterwards.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing. Nintendo's good in their handheld market, not switching it up every time they make a new fucking handheld. That's their problem with the consoles. They make up a new idea, try to push a new idea every time. And it's like, stick with what you know works. That's what PlayStation and Xbox do. Like, I'm glad you're trying to be different, but Nintendo, have you ever been to high school? Like, different is not something that people fucking accept. Like, they don't want that. They want to know what they know is gonna be good. And when that runs out, when you're done milking that, then you can milk something else. But the handheld market is gonna stay niche. I'm surprised the 3DS sold so well, but at the same time, it is Nintendo's handheld.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand why it did. But I don't know. Like, I feel like Nintendo could kill off their console market and stick with the handhelds if they did this. Do you guys know what the what's it called? The Nvidia Shield is?
Isn't that like a thing for PC that helps games look better or something?
No. It's like it's the little Android handheld thing that can plug up to the TV and stream PC.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Yeah, with the little controller and shit. The Nvidia Shield for both its iterations is actually very successful. And I think Nintendo could do something like that. I think if they put dual analog sticks, well, not analog, but dual, control sticks on their next DS or whatever they're going to have for handhelds, right?
Yeah, because they only got one.
They do that if they increase the capability so that, because I actually think that they should have it so that it can plug up to something, like plug up to a TV or something like that, and you could play it on there in like 1080p, 60 FPS or whatever. And if they were able to do that, and you were able to take it on the go like the Nvidia Shield, and you had all the Nintendo games for it, and you marketed it right, just like you do every DS, and you have all the same games, and you get all the support for it and shit like that, Nintendo could do something with that. But of course they're not gonna fucking do anything with that. So their handheld market is probably gonna die out with the next iteration. Now, maybe I'm completely wrong, and maybe it's gonna sell again phenomenally, and I'll be surprised, but I don't think it's gonna last long unless I just feel like they should combine their handheld and console market because they're done with consoles.
I think they should listen to Reggie. Cause I think Reggie got some ideas, but they don't listen to Reggie.
Fucking listen to Reggie. Reggie is American. I'm not gonna listen to him.
Like Reggie, whenever I see him on the stage, he just feel like he got something to say, but he got to get to the script. So I think if you let Reggie talk to y'all and get Nintendo right, I think Reggie could hook it up. All I'm thinking.
Yeah. I feel like with Nintendo, they always implement this new thing that everyone gets hyped about the idea because they're like really good ideas, like like the Wii, the DS having touchscreen and everything on it with like the pad, the 3DS with the 3D, the Wii with the motion, the Wii U with like the being able to play it like on the screen thing or on the TV. They implement all these like cool ideas, but then as time goes on, it's like they start using them less and less with their games, or they're just not good with the games. And it's just like that kind of makes it like later on, like DS for example. A lot of games use the touch feature, but there were also a lot of games that didn't, and they were just kind of like you just play with the D-pad and the face buttons. The Wii, you already know, like a lot of games on the Wii library don't even require you to move around. You can literally just sit there, move it up and down and side to side, and like the game does it for you. The Wii U is like. The Wii U, I don't think they did it right with the Wii U, honestly, to an extent. But like with the whole little iPad thing, whatever that you can do to play games with. But what else? The 3DS with the 3D. But then later on, people started to hate the 3D and didn't really like it. They even made a 2DS, like I said earlier. It's like I don't know. They always have like these cool ideas, but then they just as time goes on, you realize it's like it's still a cool idea, but it wasn't. What's the word? Done correctly.
Right. And that's why I said earlier, if Nintendo wants to sell, stick to the fucking script. Like, stop going off on these different pathways. It's cool you're trying to be different, but people don't want different. Just stick to the script, sell your units, and go on about your business.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But shit. Since there's no more real topics to discuss, because that was pretty much it. Dr. Love, were you here for the shit that we were talking about earlier that you missed out on? Because I want to
Yeah,
give you.
I was listening to it, but I wasn't able to talk.
Okay, yeah. So, what all did you miss? I think you missed the PlayStation VR shit, the
Yeah.
Hollow shit, and some other shit. What else did you miss? Oh, the PlayStation versus Xbox servers. So, you can go ahead with that shit on your take on that.
Like which one? Like what is like the main topic? That bring?
PlayStation. Let's talk about. Well, the main thing we were talking about was virtual reality and the HoloLens and how it's really what's gonna be the future of it in gaming. Is it gonna take off in gaming? Is it gonna be used more for business? That type of stuff.
Wait, the what exactly?
The HoloLens.
The virtual reality stuff we were talking about whether it's gonna take off in gaming.
Oh, okay.
That's really it. And then for the HoloLens, we were talking about specifically that we all thought it wasn't gonna take off in gaming, and that it was gonna be just used for business and shit. So.
Oh yeah,
And
I
the
don't
Iron
think it's
Man.
gonna take off. Like it's like at this point, it's who really. I think it's gonna be like how the Xbox Connect and like especially the PlayStation Eye where it was like when they first showed them on commercials and everything, people were like, "Oh my god, this is so cool! I'm totally gonna buy this. This is freaking amazing!" And then it finally comes out and people are like, "Oh yeah, probably not gonna buy it," or people were just like, "Oh well, I kind of don't want it." Or they don't really feel like they need it because it's like it's a cool idea, but come on, like what game am I really gonna need that requires that? And like as you said, you need like a pretty buffy PC just to like be able to like use it. So it's like even like if I'm playing like on a console or something, right? Like the console can use it. Even still, it's like, do you really need it? Is it really gonna enhance the experience? And even if it does, how long is that enhanced experience gonna last before you're just sitting there like, yeah, okay, like my eyes kind of hurt, or this feels a little weird, or maybe this is like my head's starting to hurt, like whatever. Because usually when they do think like types of gaming things that mess with your eyes, they don't really do too well later on. So I don't know. I overall I just don't think it's gonna be like successful, at least as successful as they want it to be. I feel like I forgot what I was gonna say. I feel like I don't remember. But yeah, I just don't think it's gonna really do that well, honestly. And I think it's overpriced.
Oh yeah, definitely over.
The Oculus is definitely overpriced.
When we say beefy PC, we mean gaming.
Yeah.
We don't mean like beefy gaming PC. We mean like above the norm, like that regular people could afford. Because people are gonna be like, "Oh, the PC that you need is something that most people probably have for gaming anyway." It's like, yeah, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about based on the common folk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I picked that up. So, Dr. Love, do you think like, how well do you think HoloLens and stuff like that is gonna do business-wise?
Business-wise? What do you mean business-wise?
Like in terms of in corporations and like for actual stuff like fucking doctor presentations and training for new jobs and stuff like that. Like actual showing like statistics and things like that and making notes and I don't really know how to explain it. Just like in the business workspace, do you think it could actually be useful?
I think it could, but I don't think that's what they're gonna use it for. Like, I think that it definitely could have its own, like, really big place in it. But I think they're just going to see it as, like, oh, that's that one thing that people use for, to play their little video games or whatever. But, yeah.
Yeah, true. I just don't think it's going to take off in gaming at all. I don't think that's...
You mean virtual reality? Or what we're talking about?
HoloLens. We were talking about
Oh,
HoloLens.
HoloLens. I just still think they need to just stop with the whole headset if they're doing AR like that. They just need to hook you up with some glasses real quick. Like, and they be looking like shades though. And so basically you looking cool, you looking fresh with it. And then but you got your AR, but you're not wearing a full on headset and everything. You got shades though. Looking like maybe some Spy Kids stuff. And you'll be good with it. Like it's more practical, but it might cost more. But I like that more than a big headset.
They're eventually gonna move into that though. I think it's inevitable because augmented reality, it doesn't require as much tech as virtual reality.
Yeah.
So like the shit that you see in the movies where it's like they're gonna move on to glasses and eventually you're gonna move on to fucking contacts where it's like, you know, you got all that.
Oh yeah, they do got them glasses. I just remember the smart glass thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like it's eventually gonna move into glasses. It's not gonna stay a headset for long, like at all. No, I don't think so. But yeah, shit. Anybody like wanna throw out some shit? Like throw out fucking
A topic.
yeah, fucking topic because I don't have anything else.
Okay. Gaming topic, right?
It doesn't matter. Like we didn't throw out fucking gaming topic, anime topic, fucking anything you guys want to talk about.
Okay. I still don't think that Saitama can beat the homie Superman.
Ah man, here we go, nigga.
I mean, technically, by the logic of his anime, he can.
Why do people keep saying this?
The thing is though, with like a lot of people who aren't like caught up in the manga and like all that stuff don't really know, but later on he really does become OP. Like one of his punches is like atomic bomb power.
Well, I mean, Superman can.
But Goku's punch can break through realities, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but think about it though. Didn't Superman still win?
You're right. It's two attacks, so of course they're gonna have Superman win. But the thing, from what my limited knowledge of One Punch Man is, the man can't beat everybody in his own universe. I think that severely limits him against Superman. Especially,
my thing.
Superman can't beat everybody in his universe either, though.
Like I've said this in the past, and I'll say it again. Whenever I do such and such versus such and such, it's like, okay, if it's like an anime character that only has one version, like, you know, Saitama, Goku, Naruto, something like that, there's only one version of them, and there's like a bajillion versions of Marvel superheroes, and especially freaking DC superheroes.
Except Marvel, they just killed off all their alternate universes.
Like, put up the original, like, OG Superman, the very first concept, put that against Saitama, and then see who would win, and then put the current Superman against him. Don't put all of them together, because that's basically going like, put this one guy against like all these other people that fused into one person. Okay, go. Like, that's basically what you're doing.
I don't like it when they fuse alternate universes.
because they don't do that for other characters. They'll have it like fucking, say Goku for example. They'll use like fucking Goku, like after Super came out, right? They didn't use any more GT feats. They used purely Dragon Ball Z and Super feats. Well, not Super, but the Battle of God. Yeah, the Fugatsu no F feats, right? Why not use the fucking, what's it called? The GT feats as well. So it's like, if you're gonna do that with Superman, why don't you combine the end of Man, God,
I don't care about the conversation.
Kill that shit. He fucking killed. I don't know, man. I just feel like if you're gonna put people of anime today against the OG Superman, he'd lose. And the fact that combining different Supermans is fucking, that's OP. Like that's like me having fucking a whole bunch of fucking different hot dog restaurants. And I'm comparing like a hot dog using all these fucking restaurants to a hamburger from McDonald's and only McDonald's.
Are you hungry right now?
Yes, very.
Man.
Well, apparently, this is a side thing. Gohan asked Piccolo to train him.
That's why I thought that was what was happening. I thought that was what was happening.
Where did you hear that?
No, because
you know Herms, the guy that like translates and does all that stuff with like, the manga and everything.
So
Yeah.
he translated, and that's what was
Yeah.
going on and Piccolo was talking about.
Sick.
This man about to learn how to dodge all over again. Let's go. Let's go. Cause I saw him in that episode of Dragon Ball Super today. I was like, man, this man he ain't even flexing no more, bro. That man used to be flexing just like Goku. That man looked like, what do he look like right now?
I don't know. Gohan friggin'. And that's the thing though. He had muscle tone in Battle of Gods.
Yeah, he was looking like he
In
had
Resurrection
like that overlapping muscle.
Resurrection F, they make it look like he was on steroids, and then it's like he just stopped taking them, and then it's like
Exactly.
his body just deflated. Like, oh my god, I was like, bruh.
This man done turned Clark Kent is like Superman. He was Superman. Now he Clark Kent. He
Well-
can't come back.
Hold on. It says here that there's no real answer though.
No real answer.
Piccolo's gonna train him.
He better
you-
train him.
At the beginning of Super though, like the very first episode, Piccolo was disgusted that he wouldn't even train.
And I saw him smiling in this episode. I don't know what he said, but they were smiling.
I think Piccolo's gonna train him. I think.
I do too.
Especially since Piccolo needs to get stronger for the tournament, I
Yeah.
think Goku and Gohan are gonna
I
train.
think Gohan gonna push him
But then
past
why
that
wasn't
level.
Gohan there?
I think Gohan gonna push him past that level.
Because
Even though
I'm sure they left Gohan. Like I didn't want to believe it at first. I thought they were just leaving Gohan there for no reason. But hearing that actually makes me think that maybe they left Gohan on Earth by
to
himself.
train,
Like just in case something happens. Like I don't
to
know.
protect the Earth, because maybe he's been training for a good minute.
Well, he was going to a conference, but like I don't think that's the real reason why.
Yeah, I think he going to that conference, but in that time period, I think he gonna start getting better. He gonna start flexing. Again.
Toriyama's done stuff like that before, where it's like he
Yeah.
left certain characters behind, saying they had to do this, and it was actually because later something is gonna happen. And
Yeah,
they-
like Gohan back in the Cell Saga, not the Cell Saga, Frieza Saga. Back when Gohan could have really gone to get his full potential right with throwing really, but he got put up on some other stuff like picking up the Dragon Ball or something like that.
Oh, shit.
So he always putting people in place for other things. So I'm thinking Gohan might actually not be more of a tracksuit looking old haircut that kind of guy anymore. He might be back to his old ways as an OG holding it down.
I don't think he's gonna get much stronger, but I think he's gonna
Yeah.
He's not gonna get back to the Boot Saga Gohan strong. No, that's not gonna happen, especially because we don't know how much time passes since
I
then.
think he's just gonna get to like strongest on the Earth strong. Maybe.
Yes, I think he's gonna. I don't think if Piccolo is training him, I don't know if he's gonna surpass Piccolo, but I think he's at least gonna get stronger than Fat Boo. Well,
I
no,
feel as if
well,
if you let if you kill off somebody that he cares about, then Gohan gonna get back to his ways. You just got to kill him and make him stay dead though. You got no more Dragon Balls for that person. They gotta stay dead.
that's the thing though. Like, what people don't understand is, not only has Gohan never really been a fighter, Gohan's never been as strong as people think he is. Like, people see
They
him.
always think he a G.
People see him knock around Nappa, knock around Frieza, knock around Cell like with ease. The only time Gohan was actually as strong as everyone thought he was
When he got
What-
angry.
when in the Buu Saga when he had his potential unlocked
Oh,
because
yeah,
he
you're right.
wasn't angry. All those other times he's angry and his power
And
is
he couldn't control it.
immensely when he's angry. Like versus Cell, without that power boost from anger, I feel like because that rage was building up his Super Saiyan form as well. It wasn't like it just all exploded at once and he became a Super Saiyan 2. No, it was
Like his hair
built.
was growing.
So like his Super Saiyan 1 form was already getting stronger from the rage. So not only did he transform into a Super Saiyan 2, but he had an immense rage boost. So he was like a lot stronger. I feel like without that rage boost, he would have been closer to Perfect Cell. Now, he still would have won these because he was way over Cell. Like, even, you know what I'm saying? But without that rage boost, I feel like it would have been a slightly closer.
Hold up. Have y'all noticed that with every new form, like usually that they get so cocky? Like, have y'all noticed that?
Oh yeah, because they just got
It's
the
that
power.
Saiyan pride, and it be the downfall most of the time.
No, but the thing is though, it's never a downfall for them. It's usually a downfall for someone else. But it's like think about it though.
No, like,
You're fighting somebody, and then you go to the bathroom, you take steroids, and you can knock out everybody in the whole entire place with one hit. You're not gonna come back being like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna beat you. No, you're gonna be like, square up, mofo. Like, come on, take me on. Like, you're
No, but
obviously
I mean
gonna
like
be
Gohan though. Like back when he was fighting Cell, that man. Like,
I would
he
have been
got
cocky too, dude.
No. He got his father killed, right? He could have prevented that, but
That's
he
what-
was so
that was gonna happen.
overconfident.
He didn't know that was gonna happen.
Saying though, Dr. Love was saying the cockiness usually doesn't end up bad for them, it ends up bad for other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I see. So they just experience the after effects of it, basically.
Right.
It's not really affecting them personally, but it's affecting the people they care about. I see what you mean.
Plus, I think people that have any same blood in general are just like cocky when they get strong. Like
I
Goten, for
want
example.
Goten to get strong, bro. I'm telling y'all.
Goten and Trunks
I
are
don't care about Goten.
and they are.
Goten is still my boy.
I don't
I
care
feel
about
as
Why? As a Goten fan, I really want to know, Keyshawn, what makes Goten so special? Because
okay.
wait.
I read-
Before you talk, I want to just get this off my chest real quick.
Okay. All right.
Goten in GT was cool, I guess, but all he really did was be a pimp. He was basically Yamcha 2.0. No one fucking likes Yamcha, so what's up with Goten? Like, the thing is, Goten, is it because he's like another kid Goku? Because that's what he's supposed to be, innocent and not knowing anything? I feel like it was cool for Kid Goku because that was the first time we saw it, and he was an alien from another planet. He grew up in the woods. He didn't have anything, right? He didn't have anybody to teach him. With Goten, there's no reason for him to be that dumb. Like, it's no reason for him to be that naive. Like, he grows up with a mother and a father. He has a big brother. He has, like, his best friend is the richest kid in the world. Why is he so naive? Like, it was understandable for Goku. For Goten, it's not cool. Goten's never individually done anything plot progressive. Trunks has. He went to go get the, what's it called? Trunks went to go get the Dragon Radar, from West City during the Buu saga and all that. So Trunks has done something, at least one thing, fucking story progressive. Goten isn't stronger than Trunks. He's weaker than Trunks. He's naive for no reason. And to me, he's just a poorly written character. I don't like Goten. I don't really like Kid Trunks either, but I like Goten even less. Like, I don't see what the big deal is about him. So, as a Goten fan, tell me what you like about Goten.
Okay. Goten, he is the son of Goku, just like Gohan. I feel as if he has the potential to be maybe even stronger than Gohan. So my thing is, I've read a lot of stuff, like, let's say Dragon Ball AF or something like that. Other forms of media where he could have his potential unleashed, where he could be something more, but they just keep him small. They keep him in a kind of ball, basically. They don't let him unleash that power. They don't let him basically like in the Buu saga when Super Buu had turned Chi-Chi into an egg. He was about to do something about it, but the thing was, he like everybody knew that he wasn't ready. He needs that moment, just like Gohan, to finally reach. Because he's a fighter. He actually wants to be a fighter. Unlike Gohan, who wants to actually be a scholar.
Currently, because by the end of Z, both him and Trunks quit fighting.
Yeah.
Cause like the thing is, like Gohan wanted to be a scholar and everything, even though he still had unleashed potential and everything. And that's so I see is if Goten with like he just needs that motivation. He need maybe kill off King Trunks. Just give him motivation and Goten. I feel as if he can pull it off.
I don't think they care enough to do that. Because like if they would have done it in the Boo Saga.
Right. Goten would have had a more prominent role, and Gotenks would be such a fucking joke. Like, why do you think they're still kids? They're joke characters. As kids, you can get away with the shit that they do. As teenagers, you're not gonna get away with that. That's the reason they're still kids. Toei knows what kind of characters they are. And that's why you made a good point in the beginning. I think most people look at other fan-made material and see Goten as this beast that he
I really do see him as a beast like that, yeah.
And I think that's where people get their love for him. But in the canon story of Dragon Ball, Goten, in my opinion, is a garbage character. Like, him and Kid Trunks are wasted potential on just, like, what's it called? Like comedy relief. And yeah, it's good that they're comedy relief. At the same time, they could have been so much more.
They're really good.
These are kids that unlock the legend of the Saiyans at 7 and 8.
7 and 8 years old. That's what I'm saying. They have a lot of potential.
They had to unlock it before then because they had complete mastery over it at 7 and 8. Like they could transform into Super Saiyans easier than their dads could at first.
Exactly.
At 7 and 8. What the fuck? You wasted kids. Like, you wasted potential.
And right now, in Dragon Ball Super, they're like, I think, like, 8 or 9 or 10.
They're
like,
supposed to be teenagers, but they're not.
They need to be teenagers. Like, I feel like if you give them that time skip, you give them time to progress. Maybe put them in they can't put them in the time chamber anymore, I don't think, to grow them. But, but I'm saying, like, just change them. Let them progress. Like they have like you said, they're wasted potential when they could be more. And that's probably why like Goten in general, he is that potential to me. I feel as if he could be something, and maybe that's why people don't like him, because they want him to be something and he doesn't live up to it. But I feel as if that potential is what. I guess that's what makes me like him as a character, I guess.
I don't really judge characters based off potential, and that's why I don't like Gohan. So
that's what I'm saying.
Characters
that's
off
why
of
people don't like Gohan.
Yeah, I base characters off their actual character and like what they've done for the series. Like let's be real. To an extent, if Goten and Kid Trunks, well, Trunks had to be there for like the whole Kid Trunks thing. But if Goten wasn't there and they didn't like fuse and everything, and let's just say the whole Kid Trunks, let's just say he just like sat home all day and didn't really help, would they have actually made that much of an impact in the series?
Not really, no, when you put it that way.
And and that's actually why I think about it, because I'm like, the other characters, you know, they do things and they bring up stuff, but it's like, because think about it this way too: if Gotenks wasn't there for all the Gohan people, Gohan would have beat Boo, because he was strong enough to be Super Boo, but he ended up absorbing Gotenks, and it was like,
it was Gotenks' fault that Gohan couldn't beat Boo, like, because they were naive as fuck. Like,
I think the thing is that people don't like them not because of them actually, but it's because of like a majority of the fan base, not like everybody in it, but a majority of them, because they take those characters so seriously. When it's like what you said earlier, Black Super Saiyans, like they're just joke characters. Like that would be like me taking, I don't know, like Saitama seriously. Like he's a joke. Like One Punch Man is literally supposed to be a joke. Like I don't go like, you know, I don't dive deep into Saitama and try and do all these theories and, you know, all this stuff. It's like, no, he's just there. He's a joke. It's kind of like, or if someone were to take Hercule seriously, it's like Hercule's a joke. Like, I don't know. I think like they're gimmicks. Like they're there just to be there, especially at this point, because it's like, even if they grew up and were teenagers, that wouldn't change the fact that later on they're not gonna want to fight. Like,
Right.
and
Like-
even still, it's like, why would they need Go tanks when they still have Majin Buu? They still have Piccolo. Goku and Vegeta are gods.
Like,
They have
listen-
Beerus. They have Whis. Like, what are they gonna bring to the table? And that's also
Like-
with me. Like, even if Gohan does something, I don't feel like he's gonna reach a high level like what people want, because it's like at this point, it's like they don't have too much to offer. Plus, I don't like Goten and Trunks because they ruined Super Saiyan for me, because it was something special, and then they came into the picture and they were like, oh well, we don't know how we did it, but we did it, and I was like, oh, F you too. Like, way to ruin the freaking special stuff.
Like Vegeta training Trunks to go Super Saiyan, and then Trunks sparring with Goten and pushing him to his fucking limit and beating the shit out of him, and then Goten getting mad and going fucking Super Saiyan. That would have been cool. I would have been fine with that, because in the manga, future Trunks was only 13, and he knew how to go Super Saiyan easily. So we can assume that he found out about it probably as early as Kid Trunks from the present timeline.
No,
So-
he found out like about a year or so before. Because remember when it showed up training with Gohan?
Oh yeah, that was about a year.
Young as shit, though. That's what I'm saying. So they have the potential to go Super Saiyan easy. That's not the problem. The problem is they don't even know what the fuck. They didn't know what a Super Saiyan was.
Exactly, they just did it. Like that's also when people go like, they should make Goten and Trunks gods. I'm like, shut up.
Nah,
Like
nah.
please shut up. Like no. like please. Like even when like nobody but Goku and Vegeta should be Super Saiyan gods. Nobody, because that would ruin the whole thing of it. Just like with Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 2 was barely still something special, but then they started not even using
Oh
that
yeah,
much.
Super Saiyan 2 was only special. It still is only special for me with Gohan.
It was only like, it's my favorite transformation for all of them, just because I like. There's just something about Super Saiyan 2 that I like, but I don't. This is with any anime in general. Like, I don't like when they bring something up that's really cool, and then someone just does it, and it's just kind of like when more people do that over time, it's just like it's
Like
not
the
even-
Kamehameha.
I was about to say that. Like
Yeah, Goku was doing it, and then Krillin did it, Yamcha did it, everybody trying to do it. And I was like, nah.
Master Roshi made it a big ass deal, then Goku fucking does it, and then it was funny. Goku just learned
Yeah,
it out of.
Goku was cool with it.
But when Yamcha just did it out of nowhere, it made it worse. I was just like, Then they brought that gag back up with Boo. I was like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, did Boo do it? Oh yeah, Boo did do it. Kamehameha.
Just by looking at it, I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Cause it's not a really hard thing to do, but it's just really it takes away from it. It takes away from it.
It does. And I don't know, man. Like, I agree with Dr. Love. Super Saiyan 2 is my favorite transformation. This is gonna sound hypocritical as shit. I hate Super Saiyan 3, but Super Saiyan 3 is probably the most preserved and well developed Super Saiyan transformation, because it's like, in order to achieve Super Saiyan 3, you have to push beyond all limits while in a training environment that is not of regular proportions.
Yeah, you gotta die.
You gotta be in like a special training environment. You gotta push beyond your own limits. And even with all that, it puts so much strain on your body that you can barely hold it. No one has mastered it, and only
Except Goku and Goten.
two characters have it. That's like that. That's good, great. Same thing with Superman God Super Saiyan. Only two characters have mastered it, and even they haven't mastered it to its full potential. I like that.
I don't know why that reminded me of this, but I was rereading Naruto yesterday
Mhm.
because I was on a call. We were all talking about Naruto, and we were like, "Wait, how did Kaguya die?" And we were all trying to remember, and none of us could think of it. And I reread it, and the whole war arc was like, bro,
It was long, really long.
it was bull. The whole arc contradicted everything that the whole series tried. That whole arc was bullcrap, honestly. Like,
I ain't read 3 alright. Like I told y'all, I need to get the box sets.
no, dude, that arc was so bull. And then the way that they beat Kaguya was stupid. Like,
How did they beat Kaguya?
Exactly. I didn't read it.
it's so dumb. You know how like all the stuff they went through when they were fighting Kaguya?
Yeah.
Guess how they beat her in one chapter.
They did? I thought they
Literally, all they did, Obito, Sasuke, and Naruto, they all hit her with one attack at the same time, and then they sealed her up into this rock.
Really? Was it
Yeah.
that simple? I don't.
That's pretty anticlimactic.
Yeah, and then I was like, wait, then how did they beat Madara? And then literally, it was just like Madara kind of somewhat became a part of Kaguya some way. It was weird. And then Naruto literally became Jesus in that arc. Like he was able to heal people, give
That
them
man
back.
was
powers
that
and
man
all
was
this stuff.
killing the sick. That man was real back in the day.
The fucking
stopped being real.
before, maybe we would understand the battle better by seeing it in the anime. But of course they aren't.
But you know, they got that filler though. Alright.
I love you some
We ain't never gonna get Naruto finished
I
until
love
like
the
2020.
Naruto lore. Anybody
Naruto,
that
they're not gonna be finished until like 2020. Boruto series about to start literally this year. Oh, it's not even done.
Naruto ain't gonna end until about 4 years after it's
2020. I'm counting on it. When Kanye become president, Naruto gonna end.
If Naruto ends in 2018, I'm gonna look at this and be like, "Are you serious? It took 4 years after the manga ended to end it." Like,
Yes, like I'm gonna be like, literally, I'm graduating now, and Naruto still ain't finished.
right? I'm gonna be fucking. Bruh, that's gonna be sad.
If I graduate and Naruto ain't even over, bro. Like it'll be cool if Boruto was not over, but Naruto, if it's not over, like maybe it has to be over, like 2017.
No, because they said they might not start the canon until 2017.
Oh nah. Y'all been messing up.
Episode this year.
Yeah, that's what they said. There was only like 6 or something like canon
It was 8.
episodes. 8. Yeah. That's messed up.
But since we talked about the Naruto shit early in the podcast with the, we got our filler thoughts out of the way, we got the fucking DLC we're snowing for right away. Me, Dr. Love, and Rich watched the newest episode of Super. What did you guys think of the episode? Where do you guys think Super is heading?
I saw it too.
Oh, you did?
Wait, hold on. Okay, Alpha, wait, what did you think, Alpha?
It's
Right.
Okay, so it was very unexpected from
Today's
Super.
Today's episode was actually really good, and that was
I really liked it.
Like, I was expecting, like, I told Black Super Saiyan Rich this, I was expecting this episode to be so bad. Like I was expecting to just not care about this episode in the slightest. But then when I was watching it, I was just sitting there like, wow, this is actually really good. But
Like,
it's like, why couldn't the rest of the arc been that good?
Right, like the rest of the arc was fucking trash, and it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna let you continue. Like,
Well, I thought it was good until they started messing up with the Taguma stuff when they actually started fighting. Like everything with like the training and all that stuff, I thought was good. But once Frieza came to Earth, that's when it was like. But this episode was so good, and then like I don't know, it got me like because whenever like that brought up like my point where it's like whenever. I usually say sometimes like Toei can do it, like they can make really good episodes and they can do really cool things. They just
animation was on point.
Yeah, they just didn't with the whole not the whole Resurrection arc, but for the majority of it, like the parts that people really cared about, they just didn't care about it. And then the last episode that like it's weird because the part that got most complaints about the movie was like the best part in the whole arc in Super, which is like what the heck. Like how? How do you do that?
Like I didn't see the entire episode.
it happened both times because the most complained thing about Battle of Gods was Goku versus Beerus. What happened? They made Goku versus Beerus one of the top fights in Dragon Ball.
That fight, that flick in general.
That fight was fucking amazing. Like Super Saiyan God Goku versus Beerus, in my opinion, is one of the top 10 fights in all of Dragon Ball.
That man Goku was fighting in mid-air, Super Saiyan. He got out of God form. He was like, yo,
It was
still fight, bro.
epic though. That one part, like they made it more epic than the movie when they were clashing back and forth when he was
Oh yeah,
super.
Like the bad blast attacks back at each other. That just brought me back. I was like, yo, let's go back. Beerus versus Goku, let's go.
Anybody that says that isn't one of the top 10 Dragon Ball fights in Dragon Ball history is fucking mental. Like that fight was fucking epic. Anybody that thinks the movie version was
even
better,
if you keep saying, "Oh, the animation's not good," that
might
fight
be on crack.
was
You think the movie version. That I'm just saying. I'm gonna put that out there right now. Like if you thought the movie version was better, you might be on crack. So
like,
serious, but like,
because even that oolong with the what's it called? The oolong rock paper scissors thing that had me dying.
I didn't like that. I actually hated that episode. I didn't like that at all.
episode.
I did not like that. Was a waste of time in my opinion. That was
felt
stupid.
like Dragon Ball to me, like with that.
I didn't like they did a game of rock paper scissors. You're gonna make 23 minutes, like 24. Come on, that was a waste of time.
and the thing is though, they tried to make it suspenseful, and it wasn't. It was fucking rock paper. You knew what was gonna happen. Dude,
that's what made it funny to me. Like it was just
like it was inevitable that he was gonna lose. We knew it. Why did you make a whole episode about it? Like, bruh.
I think they needed an episode so that Goku just wouldn't show up yet. I'm probably pretty sure.
Fucking still, oh, God, really could have ended off the Battle of Gods Arc episode 13, but no, we gotta have a whole fucking episode about Oolong and rock paper scissors. But yeah, the main complaint about Resurrection F, well, besides the plot holes, was the Vegeta fight and the ending, and they completely fixed everything that was wrong with the ending. They had Vegeta beat the shit out of Frieza, and that was amazing. And then they had it so that when Frieza blew up the Earth, it felt more impactful. Like you saw everybody getting ready to die.
Hercule died.
Yeah, you saw everybody getting ready to die, and then it was like I'm glad they saved the Goten and Trunks one for last because you saw them. Everybody else was just like, "What's going on?"
And they were like, "Oh my god!"
They knew they were about to die. They was like, "Oh shit!" And then
they dying again because they already died once.
The whole Earth exploded, and you were like, "He really just did that." Like it's over.
The funny thing is, they died like that twice, and that's the thing.
And then it was like, what's it called? When you see Whis, they revealed his time traveling powers better because they had it in a flashback that we didn't see. We technically, in Super's continuity, we technically did not see when we said he could send back time. So that was good. They showed that in the flashback. So it was like Goku knew he could do this, but we as the audience didn't know this. And it was like, you know what I'm saying? And then the way they had time travel backwards, like it had the flashback effect, and they had a little rainbow coming out of everybody and stuff, you know, to signify that they were, you know, going back in time and stuff. It was good. It was the ending was better than the movie.
Like even though Goku killed Frieza, I'm still hyped. That was amazing.
Right. I felt like he killed him in a better way as well. Like, because the Kamehameha to end him was fucking epic. Like, you know. I
didn't get to see like because my Wi-Fi was messing up, but like I saw like I saw him get hit by the Kamehameha. I didn't see him like maybe hit him like go with.
But where do you guys think Frieza is? I mean, not Frieza. Super is going like with the next.
It's about to be epic. It's about to be
from Alpha first though, because Alpha.
Okay.
All right, so hopefully, okay, so judging from this episode, it's gonna improve by much, I hope, and we're gonna finally start seeing brand new content, and yeah,
that's why I was so happy when the credits started playing. I like almost shed a tear because I was like, finally, like an actual new series instead of just watching the two movies again. Like I was like 6 months, 6 months, man. Like, they managed to make like 3 hours of content and turn it into 6 months. Like, bro. But finally, it's over. Like, Oh my god. And plus the next episode looks like stuff that wasn't even in the manga. So that'd be pretty cool.
Like just that ending, like you know how I didn't see the ending thing, the new one, until today. Like those blossoms and everything, though, like it just felt like a new beginning for Dragon Ball Super, and like 'cause those blossoms, it just felt as if the family tree just got back together. DBZ, the Z fighters, everybody, it's new. It's time for Dragon Ball Super. This is the beginning. Let's go.
I think, yeah, I'm here. I think Super. I agree with Ritz. I felt like they should have saved the outro and setup for last episode to put it in this episode.
Yeah.
It really does feel like a new beginning of Super. You know what I'm saying? It feels like Super is actually about to start where it should have started in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And it feels like it's really about to be new content, and they're really about to put their all into this. I feel like they half-assed the movie arcs just to get to this, but if you were going to do that, then you should have waited until 2017 to release Super, and you should have been working on it during the summer. But I can't really help what they did, so they did it, and if they wanted to waste money half-assing it, fine. But now we're about to really get into what Super should have been in the first place, and we're really about to see what it's really made of. So, I mean, I can't really say much more. I mean, it's new content. We know a little bit about it, but not much. Seems like it's gonna be hype, but we'll see as time goes on.
I'm gonna actually start watching Dragon Ball Super like now. I'm just gonna.
I know a lot of people actually. A lot of people I know in real life, and a lot of people that are online that I've seen, they haven't seen one episode yet, just because they were waiting for like actual new stuff.
Right.
I had stopped after episode 14. I mean, 13, I think.
I think if you've seen the movies, watch the Goku versus Beerus fight.
Yeah, watch that.
And go straight into the Universe 6 arc.
Well, watch that and then the in between in case you have questions, I guess. Like,
yeah,
for what happened, for like how they got stuff. But aside from that, it's like don't watch like.
And maybe
and
then go on YouTube and go look up the Vegeta versus Frieza fight for Super. You'll be straight.
Someone can explain that though. I mean, there's really, you don't even really have to watch to know how they got the small shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can read the manga or some shit, you know? But
I still need to read the manga.
The Dragon F arc had nothing important in it. The Battle of Gods arc really didn't have anything important in it either. So I'd say watch the Goku vs. Beerus fight because that's worth it. Watch the fillers in Super. Watch the ending and the ending only of the Resurrection F arc, and go straight into Universe 6. So that's about 7 episodes before you get to Universe 6. And I think 7 episodes is, you know, those are the 7 best episodes of Super. Every totally people, because there's no reason. But that's really all I had to say. Dr. Love, Alpha, you guys have anything else to say?
Nah.
Yeah, pretty much it. Well, yeah. For everyone that's been waiting, now the wait's over. They ended the arc on a good note, but that doesn't change the fact that most of the arc was crap anyway. But yeah, this is kind of, I guess, to expand on what Alpha was saying when he started, this is kind of a little more proof that if they really want Super to be as good as people want it to, they can. It's just that they actually have to do it, you know? So now we just have to see how it's executed.
Ritz, anything else?
Just my like I said, this is the new beginning for Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Super. And as long as what Toriyama and Toei need to do, they need to work together, make it a cohesive unit. And if you really can, after all these years, Akira Toriyama, I need you to make it even better. If you have problems with your own series, Dragon Ball Z, hook it up, make it better in Super. try to make your series live the new thing. Hold on. Oh, there it is. But yeah, that's all I gotta say on it.
Well, shit, then. All right, I guess that's pretty much it. If nobody else has shit to say, so did we even?
What?
Did we even give the podcast any like rates and?
It is
I
still
have
called.
no idea what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's it. Can you hear me now? Or
Yeah,
You're good now.
okay, I was saying, what's it called? We still haven't even fucking came up with a name for this shit. Are we gonna do that now or later?
we should throw out names. See what sticks.
The Alpha has to play Battle of Z soon podcast.
No. We're not. I'm not playing Battle of These. So what? Like, you guys messed up, bro.
Alpha commits suicide 2016 podcast. That's what it should be called.
It has
No,
a nice ring to it, but I don't think it's gonna fit.
you're right. But yeah, man, fuck the name. We'll come up with it later. Anyway, so it's been the first whatever the fuck this is gonna be called podcast, and you know, so I'm gonna let you guys do your outros and say anything else you got to say, Alpha.
All right. Crap. I don't know. I'm tired. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, and hopefully I can be a part of many more.
Yeah, true. Rich.
The podcast was great, very informative. Love seeing everybody's opinions, and I'm ready for next Saturday.
True. Dr. Love.
Yeah.
And this has been your boy Big Dick T-Dog Gaming and shit.
My God.
Anyways, I'm still fucking your bitches. I'm still getting the chicks. So, yeah, this has been our podcast and shit. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
But I'm not a rapper.